All right. Hello. And yeah, welcome to the first video update in a while. I would be doing this live, but Facebook is taking way too long, and I'm like, nah, I don't feel like dealing with that. So this is the Coffee Thoughts thing. I just got through what I consider to be a massive edit. I just, you know, edit chunk by chunk and go from there. And most of it is pretty much done. I just have to go through and format the whole thing and whatnot, and add parts and dates and times to whenever the hell everything goes. But so far, it's good. It's good. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be transferring over to MeWe since Facebook's taking way too long to load nowadays because of all the updates and everything. So I'm going to download all the data and then pop it over to MeWe because that is the smart thing to do at this point. All right, so let's dive right into this, shall we? So, for me, I know I've talked about this in the past, but Sono de la Dinastia. I need to come up with a new name. Nah, it's classic. I love it. I'm not changing the thing. Sono de la Dinastia for me has been a massive undertaking because I've been working on this since 2005. That's when I first started writing it. Not going to give too much away. Wog. Alright. Not going to give too much away because I want you, the reader, to be surprised. Although, if you've been following any of my blogs for the past, 10 or so years, 14 years, then, you've got the whole entire thing. But thankfully, no one's read it, so, oh, God, yes. I originally started calling it a blog novel because why not? Just made sense. I was writing in a blog, it's a novel and everything else. I wrote like individual parts that no one really read. I'm like, oh, thank God for that. Maybe they did read them, maybe they didn't. I don't know. But that's not real. That wasn't really my main concern. My main concern was, gotta adjust everything. My main concern was, the muses, the connections, and yeah, that was my thought. Anyway, so this is kind of no, I'm running with this. I'm running with it. I'm not going to reset it. I'm not going to restart. This is how I do my thing. This is what it's all about. So this is going to be kind of like my coffee thoughts. I'm going to attempt to edit it. Actually, no, I'm just going to upload it as is and see what's what. And it's good. So part of being an author or being a writer in general is like inspiration. It just comes to you. It's for some people it takes a little bit longer to get the gears rolling, but once they do, they're like, yeah, let's do this, let's get into it. And that's exactly what it was like for Blake and I when we were writing the Door Comics Saga. I'd be like, dude, come on, let's do this, and eventually he'd be like, all right, let's do this, and then we'd like knock out a couple of hours worth of work, and it was just amazing. And then time passed, and he did his thing. I did my thing. I continued working on the Dorkama Saga for as long as I did. I'm still working on it. It's still there, just frozen in time, like some sort of weird spectre. But after that, I just started, writing Solo del Dynastia for the hell of it, because I needed another project to focus my time on and energy. And so, with the help of a lot of coffee, I came up with a pretty awesome story. I officially stopped writing it shortly before I went into the Navy, and then after I got out, I continued writing it in the Twinery engine, which I've got all of that stacked away. That's going to be part of Chapter 10. Chapter 9's like 100 and something pages. I want it to be longer, but I don't want it to be too long. Too long, people lose interest. My hands are like tiny T-Rexes. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, what's going on? It's just CNN doing its thing. So, there's a difference between writing by yourself and collaborating with someone else. The first being, with writing by yourself, you have to motivate yourself time and time again. You're like, all right, I got this. For me, it's a certain chunk of the morning that really, it's like that's when my gears are going the fastest. That's when everything's like in tune. The stars are aligned, the planets are aligned, the universe has farted inspiration into my brain, and I'm like, yes, we are doing this. And like, if I yawn, if I feel sleepy, if I eat something before I start writing, if I'm distracted halfway through or in the beginning, there's like a lot of ifs that are like no goes. And I'm like, well, okay then, because then I have a hard time like focusing back into it. And that's why I've been a little bit irate with people that I should not be irate with over the years while writing this. But when I'm focused, it's like magic. It's just like for like anywhere between 45 minutes to 2.5 hours. Maybe on those really good days. But like way back when. With collaborating, you still have that same mindset, but you are also working with someone else, so you have to wait for them to finish their bit. And then that was awesome, because whenever Blake and I were writing the Dorakame saga, either Birth of Change or Broken Omen, actually both, in Yahoo Messenger, like it would only allow for like 6 lines of text in the beginning, so we'd be actually 7 lines. So we'd be like da 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 da, 7 lines, and then we'd wait for each other to finish our part. Then we'd go again, and then we'd just build off that momentum, and we'd be like, yeah, this is awesome, I like it. And me, being me, I was like, include everything, do not get rid of anything at all. So it was cool. I absolutely love collaborating with people. It's like one of my main drives, because then we get to build off each other's momentum and everything. There have been a few times where I've attempted to collaborate with someone and I don't like this. We should do it my way. I'm like, dude, no, come on, let's keep going. And then it just gradually fell apart. It's because instead of going da 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 da, it was like da 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 da, and we just gradually get out of each other's orbit. And unfortunately, there's been a few promising projects that have ended up just not going anywhere because of that. Another aspect of writing by yourself versus collaborating with someone is that you go to some really strange places. Like, I'm not even joking. There have been storylines where I've been like, well, this is dark. This is really dark. Okay, we're keeping it in there, but cautionary tale. and I've had to like put those by the wayside. So I've got like 10-year-old bunches of projects that have not been touched in forever, and I've attempted to touch them, but they're like, no. And to this day, I refuse to even talk about them because they are just so no, no, they're bad, really, really bad. With collaborating with someone, you've got that focus, you've got that little barrier because there's your expectation and their expectation, and then it just, you know, that other person keeps the story in line. It just doesn't like a straight left turn. And there's a lot there's both good things and meh things about each style, and it's the passion in which you pursue that project. It's that passion which you both have, that energy, that the styling. And I've learned a lot. I have learned a lot working by myself on projects. I've learned a lot working with Blake on projects. I've learned a lot. Working by myself on a bunch of projects. But the first time I ever collaborated with anyone on a story was in elementary school. We were tasked with writing a book with a classmate, and these weren't like massive Tolkien-esque epics. These were just like 6 and 7-year-olds attempting to write a book. So I, along with my friend slash bully, former bully actually, slash foster brother, Anthony Cana. Where are you, buddy? Reach out to us. We wrote this story about a dragon, and we were both knights in this kingdom, and the dragon was this big slimy booger monster, and we had like a magical magic pouch of which we could pull out swords and shields and armor and everything. And we went to slay the dragon and got a bunch of gold and like bought bubblegum because we're 6 and 7-year-olds. We had no concept of girls. No, our focus was games, food, and cartoons. And I still have a copy of that book somewhere, and it was pretty awesome. It got me, going. And so throughout the years, I would create these dumb short stories that didn't make any sense at all. So there was the Ninja Turtles meeting the Easter Bunny. There was MEC Battle Royale, which actually Blake and I were at a Mexican restaurant, and we were just like, oh yeah, well, Papa Smurf does this, and then he would go, yeah, oh, all right, so Kate Sith would do this, and then Cloud Stripe versus Sephiroth, and then it became this thing, and then we really got into it. So we would each get home, and then we'd get on Yahoo Messenger, and we'd knock out this amazing thing. And I actually storyboarded the most of it, but it got put by the wayside and everything else. It's just so freaking awesome. It's been a while since I've actually done one of these long vlogs because and I know. If you're not able to get through the first 10 seconds, whatever. I'm not too fritzed about it. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, meh. because there are going to be people who watch this all the way through, and they're going to be like, oh, this is cool. And some people are like, yeah, this is boring. So what? The point I'm trying to stay on here, because I'm easily distracted, is that regardless of what you choose to do in life, you pursue it with all the energy that you can, even if there are tons of people out there that are going, oh yeah, well, my project is better because it has this and this and this. I remember a day where I went to VVC. I wasn't taking any classes. I just went there to go there for one reason or another. And I saw a friend of mine there, Brian. And so I sat down, and he's like, oh, who gave you permission to sit with me? I'm like, is this your table? Does it have your name on it? I just want to, catch up and everything. He's like, oh, well, okay. He's a cool guy. And so we got to talking about, our various projects and whatnot. So we had kind of a rivalry, or at least he thought he had kind of a rivalry. And I was like, talking about my book, and then he was talking about his, and I think we began trash talking each other's works, because he was like, oh, well, your work doesn't have vampires or elves or orcs, and I'm like, well, yeah, there are that, but there's like so much more to it. I mean, what I'm doing is, original. It's like, yeah, well, I'm doing this, and this, and it's gonna be absolutely amazing. I'm like, okay, cool. And so it was fun. I really like to work with him on something someday, if that opportunity ever comes up. But it is what it is. And so there's this weird little community between writers. It's like we're rivals and best friends at the same time, because we all know the struggles of it, and it's pretty awesome. And this has actually been the most focused I've ever been on a single vlog, because it's something I'm passionate about. Most of the time I'm like, well, what? Yeah. So, yeah. It's all good. Also, my chili chin chin. Alright. So, thank you so much for watching, if you did. And as always, I'll see you like a beast in the next video. Keep following your passions, whatever they are, and they will pay off tremendously. All right, bippity boppity boop.